Grade 3 Performance Task. Source 1. You have found a source describing the type of training that astronauts receive in order to do their job. What is an astronaut? By Talia Yee. Have you ever thought about what it is like in space? Astronauts are people who go out into space. Being an astronaut is an exciting job. Astronauts who see Earth from space say that it is round like a ball. While in space, astronauts can look down and see clouds, land, and water. Some can even see the moon up close. Astronauts get the chance to see more stars than you or I have ever seen. Being an astronaut may be exciting, but it is not an easy job. A person who wants to be an astronaut has to study for 4 years. There are many things an astronaut must learn to do before going into space for the first time. A weightless astronaut in space. Astronauts train for hundreds of hours. During their training, they learn about space. This type of training might include studying the stars and Earth. It is important that astronauts study space so that they understand what they will work with while in space. The astronauts also learn medical skills like basic first aid during their training. This training allows them to treat simple medical problems so that they can keep each other healthy and safe in space. In their training, astronauts also learn what life is like on the International Space Station, ISS. The ISS is a large spacecraft that orbits the Earth. The ISS is a place where astronauts do science experiments while in space. Astronauts also learn to eat, exercise, and do experiments while floating in the air. They also practice riding in special vehicles that are just for space. These vehicles bring supplies like food and fuel to the ISS. The vehicles are about the size of a pickup truck with 12 wheels. Astronauts even take classes in scuba diving. When they're walking underwater in their scuba suits, astronauts feel the same as they would feel walking in space. Lastly, astronauts must also learn how to work together as a team. This is important because as many as 8 astronauts may be in one spacecraft. These astronauts have to learn how to live and work together in space. Each astronaut has a special job to do as part of the team. Some astronauts learn how to put things together so they become good at fixing things. This is important because if something on a spaceship breaks, the astronauts must be able to fix it themselves. Some astronauts are pilots who know how to fly airplanes. Those astronauts have to study how to fly and steer a spaceship. They train for many hours to learn how to turn it, how to make it go faster and slower, and how to guide it through space. Some astronauts are leaders and are in charge of all the people on the ship. They make sure that everybody is doing the right job. Other astronauts learn mostly about science. Their job is to learn how living things change when they are in space. Although each astronaut has a special job on the team, each of them has to learn how to work where there is no gravity. When they are in a spaceship that is moving around Earth, they can feel as though they do not weigh anything. They are able to float. Many astronauts say that it is fun to float around the inside of a spaceship. Objects in the spaceship can also float, so astronauts can lift and move heavy things easily. Feeling weightlessness is fun, but being in space is work for astronauts. Astronauts must be healthy and eat right. They have to exercise and be in good shape. Astronauts have many adventures, but they work hard too. Scuba diving. Swimming underwater with a special suit, air tank, and fins. Sources.